Welcome to Mirror Domains. This is a trailer reaction for Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder, not this Jacob's Ladder. Yes, most of us think that Jacob's Ladder is a horror masterpiece. And Hollywood did something weird. They remade it. And today we're going to take a look at that trailer right now. So, Jacob's Ladder, have you seen it? This truly is gotta be in the top 5 best horror movies ever made. People talk about The Shining, Exorcist, Psycho, but this, by far, if you haven't seen it, it's a true masterpiece. It's just something that you can dissect and watch over and over again. The acting, the directing, the pacing, the horrific imagery in it, it's a true classic, and I totally recommend it. Now, we've got a bit of a challenge on our hands here. A lot of people hold this movie to be very, very dear. So the whole idea of it being remade is blasphemy. It's offensive to them because it's just like, well, how can you possibly make this any better? Now, I'm overhyping it a little bit, but if you haven't seen it, it's just, people say, well, how can you possibly improve on this? It's hard to. You can't improve on this. And it's just like, why would you even bother trying? But as somebody else says online, you know what? You still have this movie. We still have it. It's just kind of like, it's an unnecessary remake. And I don't know how they got the money to make this remake, but they did. And, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at this new trailer, and I'm going to break it down looking at the IMDb page and such, trying to get some kind of a takeaway that has some value to us. But then I want to watch the old trailer for that movie and compare the two, and we'll see if this new one can measure up. All right, with that being said, let's take a look at this new trailer for Jacob's Ladder.
How come you've had issues with your brother?
I had her first. Our relationship was complicated, and it was all my fault.
Okay, they updated it, so it's.
This guy's coding.
Checking airways.
It's his brother.
It's Iraq
Isaac's
or
been
it's
dead for over a year.
Afghanistan,
But
huh?
I never saw his body. Now, I have a situation. I know it sounds crazy. He's at my house right now with Sam.
I just can't believe you're here. We thought you were dead.
Maybe I was. You really got the perfect life here, don't you, big bro? Isaac, you're bleeding. I got you. He's burning up.
All right. The ice scene. That's familiar.
My brother's not in a good way. I don't know what he got himself mixed up in.
Brother. See,
Jacob. You okay? You seem different.
Jacob.
Hello?
No.
I think something. Father, Isaac.
Subway scene.
Are you
You
certain
recognize
that's him?
that?
Jacob.
I'm hearing things. I'm seeing things. Faces.
Hey, baby.
What are you doing? Demons. They're coming after me. Because of Isaac.
Jake, what is going on?
Do you think I'm making this up?
The only thing that burns in hell
They're all in on it.
is the part of yourself
It's
that
classic line.
refuses to let go.
Okay.
You will see devils tearing your life apart.
Now he's a nice. Okay. Well, they're going after that line, that famous line by Danny Aiello. Okay. That didn't wow me. It didn't make me go, ugh, though. I was confused at first because they were talking about brothers. Now, obviously, we knew that they were going to update it for like a different war, and that's interesting. But brothers? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, if they're going to change it from like a father-son story to brother story, well, okay, well, that's a little bit different. Let's just read the synopsis here. After returning home from the Vietnam War, veteran Jacob Singer struggles to maintain his sanity. That can't be the that can't be the same. Why is that listed as the description? That's for the old one. Okay, but yeah, what did you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Did it make you go, ooh, what is that? If I look down at the comments in this trailer, it says, oh, I get it. It's a horror movie about butchering a classic movie. 148 thumbs up for that comment. The next comment, Jacob's Ladder was a main influence to the Silent Hill series. Yes, I saw that. And it's interesting. And it says, this is cookie cutter garbage. You can't beat the 1990 original with Tim Robbins. And with that, I agree. I totally agree. You can't beat it. You know, most people will say that The Shawshank Redemption was Tim Robbins' best film and, acting wise. And while he did have a great performance in that, I still think that Jacob's Ladder is probably his best performance because we get to see the most range. He goes from happy at times to sad to dark to just kind of like totally defeated. It's just a master class of acting. I think it's his best performance. But I digress. Let's go back to this 2019 version and pull up the IMDb page because we do need to learn a little bit more about this, and hopefully it'll shed just a little bit more light onto us. And here we go. After returning home from the Vietnam War, veteran Jacob Singer struggles to maintain his sanity. So what this new Jacob, played by Michael Ealy here, is from the Vietnam War, but we saw like Iraq, we saw desert, or, Afghanistan. We saw something weird. It's kind of hard to believe that he was that same age when the Vietnam War was going on. Plagued by hallucinations and flashbacks, Singer rapidly falls apart as the world. And you can't believe that synopsis. It's just a bad synopsis. Its popularity is dropping. That's understandable. This movie is going to have a huge uphill battle to gain an audience. And hopefully, with videos like this, it can somehow find a footing. But I'll explain that more as we move along. Let's just take a look at the cast. Jesse Williams is Ike Singer. Ike Singer. What the heck is going on here? Okay, Michael Ealy. That's the person that's playing Jacob, right? But they don't have him listed here as Jacob. Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't recognize too many other names here in this cast. It's a bit of a mixed bag here, guys, because I don't know these people's works. Michael Ealy, I recognize him. He's been in some other works. And as far as this Jesse Williams goes, I have no idea what else he was in. Let's just take a look at his page. Cabin in the Woods. Okay, I don't know who he was in that. He was Holden. He was on a lot of TV stuff. I don't see a whole lot of movies here that are worth mentioning. Lee Daniels, The Butler. Okay, Cabin in the Woods. And that was 2011. Back to the Jacob's Ladder page here. It's not giving us much to bite on. I'm guessing that it's a brother story now instead of a father-son story. And that's the way it's going, because it showed both of them in the tub. It's weird. It showed familiar settings like the subway. Okay. And we saw that some doctor was talking to him about, angels and demons and stuff like that. So like we saw familiar stuff, but they're never ever going to touch some of the iconic imagery that the original one had. Let's just go and take a look at the director here and see what he has listed. Who is his name? David M. Rosenthal, March 23rd. Okay. So he hasn't directed a whole lot. How It Ends, The Perfect Guy. Okay, yeah, that's where I recognize The Perfect Guy. That's where he worked with Michael Ealy. So he's got some familiarity with this actor's capability. That's a good sign. And that's a good sign at least. But back to the actual page here. Who's the producer of this? That's what I want to find out. Who is the producer? Let's go to full cast and crew. And we're going to scroll down to find producer. Produced. That's a lot of producers. So, executive producer, that's the money. The actual producer is Michael J. Gaeta. Now, this guy, is the true villain, the architect of this. He said that we can improve upon Jacob's Ladder. Give me your money and I can make this a better movie. Or I can just give you a different take. And if he's giving a different take, then he's got to give it a spin. And you're just going to give yourself a huge uphill battle like we are in. And it's kind of like, what's going on here? His producer credits are 6. He did Fright Night 2. What the heck? He hasn't done a whole lot, guys. It's not a good sign. And this guy was able to sell some people out there magic beans to say, hey, give me your money and I'll remake Jacob's Ladder. Give it to me and I'll make it. It's like, what? The production budget on this has to be low because you're not going to get a whole bunch of people really excited to see this movie. It's a challenge. And what you're going to have happen is that you're going to have people like me who are fans of the original and out of sheer morbid curiosity will go watch and see this new one, even though we know somewhere deep down, we know it's not going to hold a candle to it because of the imagery from the original is just, it's legendary. You're going to be tough pressed and it's a huge uphill battle. But if my last challenge at the end of this video, I'm going to challenge people here. And, if we can break through some of that clout, that anger that people have is, how dare you remake this movie? If we can break through some of that, then maybe this movie has some hope. Okay. But as I said, you're not going to beat the original. And the way I feel is that let's just go back and watch that original trailer and just kind of reminisce and enjoy what it was. So with that being said, let's take a look at it right now. I don't know if I've ever watched this trailer, to tell you the truth.
Every day, Jacob Singer goes to work.
What's wrong?
It's one of those days.
And every day, he wonders
Deleted scene.
what is happening to him.
Maybe it's the pressure, Jake.
They're like demons, Jess.
Yeah.
They weren't human.
So
What
subtle.
are they, Jake?
It's one of my favorite scenes.
Let me look at your hand. You have a very strange line. See, according to this, you're already dead.
Wow.
Something's wrong, Jake. They're coming after me. I don't know who they are or what they are.
There's that
They're
guy.
gonna get me, and I'm scared, Jake. I've seen them too.
Man.
Maybe the demons are real.
He's running 106 feet with...
This is barbaric.
I can get rid of the demons. Who are you?
Another
Block the ladder.
deleted scene. Wow. Showing a lot of deleted stuff.
Where am I?
Where do you want to go?
But yeah, okay, yeah, that hospital
This
scene.
is your home. You're dead.
I'm not dead.
What are you then?
I'm alive.
God, that doctor. Like, how you can't write that stuff. Somebody had to dream that, and then it came into fruition. Because that's just... They say it's inspired Silent Hill stuff, and you believe it, because it's just, wow. They really did a great job with that 1990 Jacob's Ladder. Let me just pull up the IMDb for that, because, yeah, I don't know if I like that poster. I prefer that other poster. Mourning his dead child, a haunted Vietnam War veteran attempts to uncover his past while suffering a severe case of disassociation. To do so, he must decipher reality and life from his own dreams, delusions, and perceptions of death. And that's what's so great about it, because we see these different timelines. We see him before the war, after the war, during the war. We see him go from being happy to being put through just the mundane hell. Like that hospital scene. It's just, oof. 7.5 out of 10. Wow. Yeah, I think it's got to be a 9.5 out of 10 movie. It's classic. Tim Robbins is great in it. Elizabeth Pena is great in it. Rest in peace. Danny Aiello is in it. Matt Craven. God, the cast. Ving Rhames was in this movie. Wow. Okay. I don't want to harp too much on it and just say that it can't compare too much because, okay, we get that idea. Adrian Lyne directed it, and apparently he's going to be directing something new soon too. He hasn't directed a whole lot of movies. So with that being said, this new director, he hasn't directed a whole lot of new stuff. So maybe it's in good hands, maybe it's not. The challenge here is this. You can't try to call back to nostalgia for fans who like the original, because it seems like all of us are on the same page that you can't top it, you can't beat it. So somehow they have to think of a different way, a marketing strategy to not tap into that. Because, as I said, there's going to be like the small minority of the original fans that'll come out and watch it out of curiosity. But for the most part, a lot of the horror fans out there that hold it in this ideal light are not going to come to this new one and say, yeah, that's good. It's a real challenge. The marketing, it's going to be very hard for this new one. And I wish it the best. I'm going to see it because I want to know what they're going to do different with it. Do I think that it has a chance of matching the quality? No. I don't think it does, but it may have the decent chance to get my money for the opening weekend for one viewing only. And I think if they can break enough of through that barrier and get enough of us saying that, then maybe it could make some of its money back if the budget is low. That's the challenge. Even though that you love the original, are you going to go out and see this one just to see what's different? Even though that we know it's not going to be as good. That's the challenge. And it's just kind of like, Jacob's Ladder, 2019. What did you guys think about this trailer? It's just, it works up some emotions in you. I don't know if it's warranted. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this. That's my reaction to Jacob's Ladder. YouTube is recommending a video for you to watch right here, and you can see my latest one just up here. All right, that's it. My name is James, and you're watching Mirror Domains. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe.